Okay, so our routine today is abdominal work, leg work, the leg work is ballet inspired, and then we stand up and do some arm work that is going to target your shoulders and your triceps. Maybe a side effect will be the biceps. Alrighty, so I'm going to put everybody here on mute. Okay guys, here we go. Just having these nearby. So let's start off on the floor. Come onto your backs. We're going to put our lower back to the floor. And then pick up your knees so that your knees are in line with your hips and your feet are together. Now, kind of push into your thighs here. So you have a little bit of resistance, and then lower them down. And then walk your toes out a little bit. Release your lower back to the mat. Put your hands behind your head. So every time you bring your knees up, you bring them up to 90 degrees and crunch it in. And then you're going to tap your toes down. So upper body and lower body coming together. Elbows to your knees. Toes are going out just a little bit, keeping that shape that you created in the beginning. So we're going to be doing about 20 reps for each of these exercises. Now, as you do this kind of crunch, be careful not to pull your head. Okay, so a reminder is to keep tension into your hands, into your palms, by pressing your head back into the elbows. Another thing is space between your chin and your chest. Always exhaling with the crunch so that your abdominal muscles are engaging and you're blowing all the air out. Okay, keep it there. 90-degree angle. And then what we'll do is lower the feet so that they're in line with the knees. Put your right hand behind your head. Now twist your feet to the left and tap your feet and then bring them back. You're going to go with tap and bring it back. Add that tension in your head and your hand. Tap and bring it back. Tap, bring it back. And then pick up the speed. Tap, 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 tap. So head shouldn't get too tired because you're pressing your head into your hand and your hand is holding it up. And we're going to switch. Left hand to the head and go to the other side with a tap. Keep it going. Holding up your ankles at the knee height. Okay, now right hand back to the head. Put your left hand, spread it on the floor, and you're going to twist your toes to your left and then pick them straight up. Try to tap your fingers. You might not completely tap, but I want you to aim towards it, and then put your knees down a little bit to the diagonal, and then lift them back up. Keep your knees and your feet together. Try to keep your head and your right shoulder, or both shoulders actually, off of the floor. And then you're adding that tension, head into hand. So give a little twist and extend. Twist and extend. Working your obliques. And of course, side effect is the center of your abs. Tap and lift. Tap, and now go on to the other side. Left hand, right hand down. You're going to twist, knees will go down a little bit, and then take them back up. So aim your toes at your right fingers. Okay, you got your tension going in your head and your hand. Shoulders off the ground. So twist your knees. Your knees are going a little bit down to the left. Try to tap your fingers. Lower back, glued to the mat. All right, great job. Now, bring it back, and you're just gonna swivel the feet side to side. This could be a little challenging on the neck here. And put your hands back behind the head, feet up into a pike. So now we just lift it up and down. So try to get your hips off of the floor. Point your toes up to the sky. Head and shoulders on the mat at this time. Keep the feet together. Try to get the hips off the floor. Keep it going. So you're going at a good rhythm. Squeeze the feet together. Point the toes. Reach them up. And hold. Now lower down about 3/4 of the way and then bring it back up. So if your lower back starts to come off the floor, then don't go down that low. You're going down to your personal limit. I want you to have your shoulders, your head, and your lower back and hips on the floor. Also, try to keep your feet together and your knees straight. So if that means that you back off and don't go down as far, that's your starting point and it will get better. So about now you're probably feeling your abs fired up. Work through it and then release. All right. Extend your legs to straight. And then release your hands. So let's try to roll up. I'm going to teach you the technique for this one. Your feet are going to, the balls of your feet or the insides of the balls of your feet, you're going to tap them together. Your heels are going to be out and that's what's going to help you go down. So now you roll yourself down. Your hands are going to be in front of you. That's your inhale. Your exhale is to come up. Now, if you need to, you can walk yourself up your legs. So the feet squeezing together really help. That gives you something to push into. Exhale, reach it up, press the feet together. Heels are out. My music kind of faded away. I'm not sure what happened, but we won't fade away. We're going to keep going. Long spines. This is looking really good. Almost there. Work with that breath. Lift it up. Toes flexed. Feet squeezing together. No jerking. Use the strength of your core. Awesome. Give me a thumbs up, someone, if you still hear me. All right, thanks. Just checking because my music went away, but hopefully you still hear me. Okay, so now put your hands behind your head and you're going to just cross. You're just going to cross your hands like so. And this is called hollow body rocking. Hollow body rocking. Let me just check this music out. Not sure why this is. Okay, there we are again. Okay, so we're going to go into hollow body rocking. Hands behind the head. Inhale your breath and start to rock. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Take a breath. Go back down for one more set. Cross your hands. Put them over your head. And we rock it. 5, 4. Squeeze the feet. 3, 2, 1. Rock it up. Come on to your knees and your hands. And this is a yoga-inspired move. We'll lift our knees up to our chest. Put your hands alongside of your knees, spread them. And you'll inhale your breath, press into your toes, lift your knees to your chest, and then lower. We'll go for 5. Lift, 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 and give it a hold. And lower it on down. Take a break. Okay, next round we're going to go up for 10. Squeeze your lower abdominal muscles and round your back like a cat, but keep your chin up. Inhale and go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Also a little shoulder workout. Ooh, take a breath. We're going down to the floor. Let's start on our right side. So right side, or you can mirror me. Squeeze your feet together and then pull your lower abdominal muscles in. Point your tailbone down so that you get the arch out of your back. Make sure your feet are super flexed. Use your top arm to push into the floor for stability. So you have your bottom leg pressing down and flexed, top arm pressing down, abdominal muscle squeezing in. Lift your leg up to hip length or hip height, and then you bring it up and down. So you're lifting it above your hip and then bringing it back to the hip level. Keep the lower abdominal muscle squeezing in. Try to stay stable on this side. So what can you do to stay stable? You can use your bottom leg and you can use your top arm. Keep the foot flexed. Reach through the heel. As you squeeze your abdominal muscles in, you're sending your tailbone down. Notice how you might wobble a little bit when you release in certain areas. So we try to stay lifted, unshrug the shoulders. So this is for your glutes and for your abductors. I always remember those words by abductor is like an alien abduction. It's lifting you up. And adductor is when you're adding, when you're bringing it into your body. So this muscle is very important. The abductor is very important for walking, for balancing on one leg. Okay, now circle 8. Lead with the toe and then the heel. So you're going toe forward and heel back. Toe forward and heel back. Keep the engagement in your full body. Lower leg and your front arm. And also this is hip height. So you might get a little bit tired. Try to stick with it. Let your body work through it. Use your breath. Your legs are going to feel really good when you're done. Keep it in mind. You might be a little bit sore. Maybe something new, new parts of your body to work. You'll feel good when you walk. Legs are going to feel strong. And all of these types of ballet-inspired exercises are good for balance. They are good for lengthening the muscle. Okay, now put your leg down. Bring the knee to the belly button height. Use your top arm. Press it down into the floor. Bottom leg presses. Now, press your leg back into an arabesque. Yes, and firm up your thigh and your glute. Then you're going to bring it back to the front and set it down. Squeeze your belly button and try to stay very stable. So we're going to go arabesque and then set. Arabesque and set. So what is important in this technique is to keep the knee straight, and you can straighten your knee the more you engage in your foot. The feet are very important, as are the hands. So I want you to press through the foot. You can reach back through the ball of your foot. So think of ball of the foot and then setting it down in front. So keep yourself from wobbling by using your bottom leg and your top arm. Now, I know that this exercise gets a little challenging. Keep with it. There's not that many more reps to go. Just keep on moving. Let the muscle get stressed out. We're not hurting ourselves, we're helping ourselves. Reach the leg back, arabesque. You're gonna feel this in the sides. Okay, we did it. Now, bend your knees. Don't bring them up too high, okay? Keep your legs long. Then lean onto your front thigh, feet together, and then lift it up. These are side clams or an elevated clam. Now, same thing with the belly. Keep the belly pulled in, tailbone reaching down, and your top leg is like a clam. It's opening and closing. Feet stay together. And if you want to take your top hand, you can put it on your hip. Sometimes that just helps us to remember to stabilize, and also it helps us to keep rolled forward. So I don't want you to be on your side, your complete side. I want you to be kind of on your bottom thigh. Feet are elevated. So what muscle do you think it's working? Actually, two, the abductors and the glutes. Okay, release. Bottom leg is extended. Bring your toes down. So I'm going to teach you this sequence. You're going to do an arabesque, then you tap it, knees up. Then you kick it up, then you lower it down, and then roll onto your belly, and then lift the leg straight up. Yeah, and then lift it up again and give it a tap. So you go arabesque, tap, kick, and belly. Lift and tap. Go arabesque and kick, roll, lift, and tap. Arabesque, kick, roll to the belly, lift it up so you're getting the glute in, and tap. Arabesque, kick the leg and lift it behind you and tap it again. Arabesque, kick, roll to the belly, lift it behind you, and then set it down. Arabesque, kick, lift, and set. Arabesque, kick, lift, and set. Arabesque, kick, turn to the belly, lift it, and set it down. Arabesque, kick, turn to the belly, lift, and set. Arabesque, kick, turn to the belly, lift, and set. Almost there. Arabesque, kick, and lift, and set. Arabesque, kick it up, and this is our last one, and set it down. Yeah. Okay, we have another exercise on this side. We'll come down to a forearm plank. Spread the fingers. Now we've worked our top leg, which is our left leg. So now we work the opposite leg, which is the right. Take your right knee and you're going to cross it under to your left elbow or left tricep and then kick it back into a high arabesque. So you round and crunch, give it that tap, and the right leg goes back. Right knee in, try to tap your elbow or tricep and kick it back. Now I do lean into my forearms when I come forward. That will help you to get a crunch, and it's working your shoulders. So cross it under, right leg kicks back arabesque. Cross and kick. Cross and kick. Keep that rhythm going. Do the best you can. So rhythm here. Rhythm, it comes with repetition. Coordination comes with repetition. The more you do these things, the more your body catches on. Remember, the brain is a muscle as well. We have to work the brain. So lots of ways to work the brain. We could watch, watch like Family Feud and some of those other fun games on television, or do crossword puzzles. But when we work our bodies, it's a double whammy. All right, guys, go on over to your left side. So this is your opposite side. Hand behind the head. Now, if it's not comfortable, you know, you can lower your head down. Flex your feet, lift it up to the hip level, and then you go up to the and down. Lift it higher than your hip and bring it to the hip level. Stabilize the bottom leg, press it down. Keep the feet flexed. Squeeze your belly muscles in, tailbone reaches down. What's going to help you to engage is the flexion in the foot. Keep your feet flexed. Press down through the heel. Leg strengthening exercises helps us walk stronger. Yeah, strong legs. Somebody comes and hits us in a crowd, we're going to be able to keep ourselves standing. Lift and lower. And now we go into circle 8. So toe to heel. Hip height, not higher than your hip, okay? Toe, heel, toe, heel. If you find yourself wobbling, then just slow your movement down. Almost there. Foot flexed, lead with your toe, and then back with the heel. And we're done. Bring the right knee in, line it up with your belly button. Okay, we go arabesque, and then we set it down. So you're gonna feel your muscles release when you set it down. So you're giving yourself like a second of rest. You can kind of, with control, but kind of plop your knee down in front of you. But then you gotta pick it back up again. Mind over matter. Tell your leg to get up, right? Reach it back. I want you to reach it back behind you, so not to the side. Reach it to the back. Think arabesque. You're gonna push back through your foot. Your foot is driving this move, steering it. Are you wobbling? What can you do to stabilize? Can you use your front hand, press it into the floor? Can you activate your bottom leg more? Press and set. Press and set. One more. Great job. Okay, knees in. Legs are kind of long. Lean onto your left thigh. Pick your feet up. And we go into those clams. Squeeze your belly muscles in. How you doing? You guys are doing great. Everyone's moving at the same pace. If you want to take your top hand and put it on top, put it on your hip to feel it moving, and also helps you to stabilize. Reminds you to pull your belly muscles in. Stay leaning onto your left thigh. This is a good one to do for our abductors. I think we did it back when we did the booty challenge, except in a different way. We were all the way down on the floor. All right, left leg is flat. So we're gonna go arabesque, tap, extend, feet together, roll onto your belly, and lift the leg, and then you're gonna set it in the back. So we go arabesque, tap, extend to the belly, lift, and tap. Arabesque, extend, belly, lift, and tap. Arabesque, extend, roll to the belly, lift it up, and prepare. Arabesque, kick, belly, lift it up, and place it. Reach, and reach, and reach. So the word reach is a good word for this because we're reaching back. So we're not really kicking and getting that momentum. I want you to use your muscles. Like use your stability. Use the strength that you're building to move your leg. Extend, stretch, reach. Turn onto your belly, lift it up behind you, and set it. So this one also takes some getting used to, some coordination. I like doing things like this because it kind of gives you that sense of achievement. You get it, after you do it a little bit, you're like, wow, okay, now I get it. My leg's moving. And so you can see how important it is to keep moving. All right. Last one. Stay there. Come on up. So we just worked our right leg. We're going to work our left leg now, okay? It needs to be the opposite leg. On your forearms, take your left leg, knee to right elbow, and then arabesque. Knee, arabesque. So you're crossing it over. We've done this in yoga where you're in a plank and then you or downward dog, and then you bring it into your triceps. So this is a very similar activity or drill. Lean your body weight into your forearms. Put your body weight into your front body. Lean, tap, extend. Take your leg up as high as you can. Reach it. Keeping it moving. And we'll do 1 and last one, 2. Awesome job. Sit down and then walk your hands to the left, stretch it out. And then you'll walk it over to your right and stretch it out. Okay. Great job, you guys. Come on up, grab your weights. So we're going to move into some exercises for our arms. So you just need a pair of 3-pound weights. All right. Going to hold on to your weights. Palms are going to face back. Feet are about hips-width distance apart. So kind of tuck your pelvis under, send your tailbone down, lift your chest. And keep that press. So don't come forward like this, right? Stay up straight. Try to bring your hands away from your hips. And now tiny pulses. Squeeze your belly button in. Almost there. Keep pressing, pressing, pressing. And now we're going to kiss them together and release. Kiss together and release. Kiss together, release. So we bring together, open. Together, open. Small movements. Small. And we go into scapula. We go forward and then back. Forward and back. This one you can lean forward a little bit more. Keep a little bend in your knees. Nice slow movements, no swinging. Make your arms work. Scapula. And hold it back and add pulses. This one is lifting, 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 lifting. And tiny pulses again. Pulse it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to go slow and then lift it up. Slow, lift it up, slow, lift it up, slow, and lift it up. Okay, open your feet about a little wider than your hips. Palms face backwards. And just lift one arm. So palms need to face back on this, and you're lifting up the side of your weight to the side. So it's a different version of a side shoulder raise. And switch it out. Squeeze your glutes, stabilize again. And now we'll go both arms. Lift up both. So don't let the weight swing down. Keep that resistance. If they're feeling heavy, you're gonna slow it down, kind of like an elevator as you bring it down. And one more. Bring your weights together overhead. I'm just gonna lower a little bit so you can see me here. Actually, I'll open my legs. And squeeze your elbows together and then you'll lift it up. Squeeze your elbows together and lift it up. So your legs are just gonna be about like this. A little wider than your hips. I'm gonna come forward and kind of crouch down a little bit so you can see me. Each time you extend up, squeeze your elbows together. Press and press. Almost there. Now hold it right here and you're just gonna pulse it. You want to keep your elbows together the whole time, okay? Pulse it. And hold it right there. Now just one arm. So don't bring your elbow out, keep it in, pulse it up. Extend. And switch. Elbow keep squeezing, it's approximately over your shoulder. And we'll bring both in front of us, right in front of the shoulders. We're gonna pulse it up. Elbows in front of the shoulders. Keep that pulse going. And then hold it steady and just one elbow goes in and out. Squeeze that elbow in. Squeeze and switch, switch, switch. We're getting down to the end. Squeeze, squeeze. Hold the elbows up the best you can. We're almost there. Hold it in and pulse it up. Right in front of your shoulders. Yeah. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. All right, guys, high five. You just did 30 minutes of nonstop pulsing. How do you feel? So we didn't stretch in this routine, so you would want to do some stretching. You know, stretch out your hands, and I mean, we could do a few things here. If you need to go, you know, of course, it's already 7. So, but if you want to do a few stretches, things I'd recommend would be grabbing your elbow, walking your hand down your back, leaning over. And then we'll cross that same arm in front. Straight elbow, shoulder drop. And then pick up your opposite arm. Grab your elbow. Use your head to press it back. Squeeze your rib cage in. And then cross it. Drop that shoulder. And then we'll open up the arms, interlace behind the back, bend the knees, and then take them overhead. And then lift it up, big circle back. Hands behind your back for standing camel. Walk the fingers up your spine, or up your back muscles, and squeeze your elbows in. Press your hips forward, firm up your thighs. Lift your breastbone, look up at the ceiling. Squeeze the elbows and shoulders together. Press into your hips, bring yourself upright, and then stretch out your thigh. Hold on to a wall or chair if necessary. Otherwise, grab your right foot with your hands and then knees come kind of close together. And then you go on to the side, other side. Balance, grab, and stretch. A standing pigeon or a seated pigeon would be really good for what we did today. So you can cross your right foot over, flex the toes. If you want to go a little deeper, have a seat on a chair. And release, side 2. And give your hands a shake, maybe your legs a little shake. All right, so this was all strengthening. And then if you want to add a little cardio today, that would be nice too. Maybe some jumping jacks, and you guys know what to do. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for joining this morning.